Hello, and welcome to the July edition of Signal Boost. I'm your host, Callie Pruitt, Senior Strategist for Grassroots Advocacy on the APS Government Affairs team. And here's your science policy update. I am ecstatic to kick this episode off with great news. On July 6th, the Department of Homeland Security withdrew a proposed rule put forward by the Trump administration to eliminate the current duration of status guidelines that allow international students who study in the U.S. on certain visas, like F and J visas, to remain in the country for as long as they maintain compliance with the terms of their admission. In response to the notice of the rule last year, APS leadership submitted a comment in strong opposition to the proposed rule change, and APS Government Affairs enabled members to contribute original comments in opposition as well. This is a major win for the academic, scientific, and international student communities and is a testament to the advocacy of almost 1,600 APS members who were responsible for approximately 1 out of every 20 comments submitted concerning the proposed rule in 2020. Thank you to everyone who joined this effort and raised your voice. When we take action together, change can come, even more than half a year later. In other news, the Biden administration began its nuclear posture review this month, which is slated for completion in 2022. The review provides an opportunity to build support for no first use policies that would ensure that the U.S. nuclear weapons arsenal are meant only for deterrence. Last month, 14 advocates in the Physicist Coalition for Nuclear Threat Reduction met with 12 congressional offices in an effort to garner support for the No First Use Act. Our team developed a strategy which targeted offices with the goal of gaining co-sponsors for the bill and gaining valuable insight to use as we strategize going forward. This first round of meetings built on the many letters that coalition members sent earlier this year. So thank you for helping us continue to push for a no first use policy. If you're interested in keeping up to date with nuclear policy actions, join the Physicist Coalition for Nuclear Threat Reduction at the link in the description. Finally, we are pleased to report that both the NSF for the Future Act and the DOE for the Future Act successfully passed through the House and are now waiting to go to conference with the Senate. The bipartisan NSF for the Future Act is the first comprehensive NSF reauthorization since 2010. It authorizes robust funding increases for 5 years and establishes a structure that expands NSF's use-inspired research programs to accelerate American innovation while strengthening NSF's curiosity-driven fundamental research programs. It also grows our domestic STEM workforce by increasing the number of Graduate Research Fellowships programs, or GRFP recipients, by 50% over 5 years, and requires the director to ensure program outreach to candidates from a wider group of institutions from all regions of the country. For more on APS's effort to support the NSF for the Future Act, check out the op-ed published by APS President Jim Gates and Dr. Gerald Blasey in The Hill at the link in the description. In addition, the bipartisan DOE for the Future Act will give comprehensive policy guidance and funding authorization for the major research programs housed in the Department of Energy's Office of Science. These programs include research on materials and chemical science, climate science, fusion energy, scientific computing, high energy physics, and nuclear physics. The Act also outlines guidance for the Office of Science's Workforce Development for Teachers and Scientists program to broaden participation of underrepresented groups in STEM programs supported by DOE. For more information, take a look at the letter of support from APS President Jim Gates at the link in the description. That's all for this edition of Signal Boost. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.